It's high time.
A podcast raised from above.
Providing tactical advice in Overwatch.
And commenting on games we play online.
Mostly Overwatch. When the lights go down.
Oh no, my video's been flat.
city.
Okay, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey everybody.
What's
Welcome
going on,
back.
everyone?
We're joined
It's
by
us.
the fabulous Toopy over there, Mr.
Tooper.
Giblets, who's playing with hers potatoes.
First Potatoes,
Um,
not a sponsor.
You know,
I think-
frickin' Jared over there in the corner, just being Jared, and
Never
me in the
put
corner.
Jared in the corner.
Well, we're all in the corner.
Oh. As long as we all have our own separate corners, I won't get feisty. Like
This
I won't
week is
like-
Don't you come in my corner, Jared.
Yeah.
This week we're unscripted, so bear with us.
Okay, a little bit of backstory. Normally, we have an itinerary where we write things down and we talk about them, and it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But today we decided to try a different format and just do it unscripted and see what happens. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about when we want to talk about it. It'll be fun.
We're strong, independent people. Don't need no man. All right.
We're all men.
Hey, man! I don't need myself.
Okay.
So
So
hopefully my power won't go out in the middle of the podcast.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the
Hashtag
Hurricane Matthew.
Hashtag stay woke.
Stay whoa.
We'll be up, we'll be up all night watching and making sure. The winds aren't that bad, but there's
Giblets
just
is just going to
massive.
be spending his entire night intensely
Yeah.
looking at a light bulb to make sure it doesn't go out. It's like,
There is massive flooding, like
yeah.
all everywhere. It's ridiculous. There's a lot
Jesus
of flooding.
Christ.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, stay safe,
So
brother.
speaking of flooding, the internet is flooding with talk about the Halloween update coming up here soon
Ooh, in Overwatch.
in Overwatch.
I'm gonna go ahead and get mine in on this. I don't care
You don't
about
care?
these cosmetic updates. Like, you know, I never played WoW, but I know WoW did they did a Christmas thing, and then they did
Yeah.
a something else thing, and it's like every season I've got to download 3 gigabytes so Junkrat can be a jack-o'-lantern. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm sorry.
It's probably going to be their theme. Like, we're probably going to get Christmas. We might even get New Year's. Valentine's, we'll get, like, Zarya with, like, a fucking box
Columbus
of chocolates.
Day.
Um,
Don't forget Columbus Day.
Columbus Day,
Groundhog
yeah.
Day.
They'll milk it. I'm sure they're going to try and milk it as much as they can.
McCree dressed up as
They'll
Christopher
have
Columbus
Reaper.
confirmed.
The Reaper skin will just be the physical embodiment of smallpox that the settlers gave.
One of them's just going to be a turkey. The other, well, they've already got Farah. She's basically an Indian, so they might as well just go all the way.
Can you see the facepalm right now?
Okay, let's.
Well, no,
might
they've
take a
got
few
what's their
seconds, but-
her
I
Thunderbird
can just
skin.
see
It's a
Giblet's
Indian.
face just like slowly glazing over in fear. Just like,
Anyway, so
All right.
that's the
He's
thing.
Canadian. Don't mind him.
Tubi doesn't understand geography. Don't you know that India is in Spain? Come on.
Yeah.
That's where
I didn't
Symmetra's
know
from.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they hinting at Sombra being on the new case somehow, or something to do
Yeah.
with the new case?
Yeah, basically on the Halloween, like Xbox had on their little start screen that you could get Halloween loot boxes or whatever, and it was
Yeah.
put out too early. And there was a picture of Sombra on a candy, so everybody's going crazy saying Sombra's going to be Tuesday. I think there's going to be a clue maybe, but I don't think she's going to be Tuesday.
You know, I don't.
No.
I don't get just a segue. I don't get that whole thing where like, oh no, we leaked it out. These are multi-million-dollar companies. Either they're doing it on purpose, or these guys need to get a new day job.
Well, yeah, they're doing it on purpose. Look how much hype is behind Sombra. Like, I didn't hear half as much about Anna. Like, you didn't hear like all these little coded messages about her in the game and stuff.
I mean,
Like,
I
Sombra better kill everyone on the team if I fire her gun once, or I'm disappointed.
I want Sombra to just be Reaper with a little bow on the top corner, just looking exactly like Reaper, but just like be like, yeah, we've spent 7 months of development on this.
Yeah. Isn't she supposed to go like invisible
Yeah,
and completely stealth or something like
instead
that?
of die, 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 she says cry, 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 or something.
She'll make it. You'll cry like anime fans on prom night.
Oh boy.
What was it? Where's all this Sombra for the Halloween stuff coming from? Like, I saw one like super sketchy tweet or something where it was like the Sombra skull was on a jack-o'-lantern or some such nonsense.
It's from what Erie said about the Xbox thing coming on their page too early. There was someone had a Sombra thing, so it might have been on a candy or a jack-o'-lantern.
Like 5 or 6
just
people.
something stupid.
5 or 6 people from all over the world got the same image, so it was on Xbox.
Sombra is so mysterious that they should just have her, like, when she comes out, like, her voice lines should all be in, like, what's that made-up language? Esposito? Like, what is that?
Yeah, like, Esperanto.
Esperanto, yeah.
All be in
it is?
Esperanto recorded backwards.
Just
And, like, pitch shifted. Like, it should just be, like, they should just go out. Like, her abilities should change randomly. Just so that, I don't know, that would actually be kind of cool. But, like, they're just, this is an effect of too much hype. They did Eichenwald good, okay?
Yeah,
they were like,
was good.
Eichenwald was like, oh, I didn't even know this was happening. And then it just came out. And now they're like, hey, you know, you found about Sombra like a year and a half before you were supposed to. So now this whole ARG is happening.
Wait, hold on. I mean, they found, how did we find out about it a year before we were supposed to? I thought it was all embedded in the game.
The game's been out for how many months?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, but I think they made it too easy for the information to be found.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think they expected us to find out about her this quickly.
I don't know.
You know?
Anytime you open up something to several tens of million people, you've got to expect they're going to figure it out.
Oh, come on. Nobody plays this game, man. What
people have too much time on
It's a very niche game.
I wonder what the player base is for this game right now.
Oh, I can look it up. You keep talking about, don't sit in silence. Like,
you know, like, yeah. Sweet.
Okay, they hyped Sombra up so much that I heard about Sombra maybe like 2 weeks before I ever heard about Anna coming out, and then Anna just like just came
everybody
out.
thought
Like there was no super hype, no code about Anna in the game. So like I don't know. Like, are we gonna get 3 or 4 more heroes in the game
before we get Sombra?
Are we gonna have all these little hidden messages at Christmas? Like,
is she one of those? Okay, in the game they say there's like god programs, like in the comics it was talking about, like Athena, which is like the voice that talks to you that says objective lost and all that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she's just one of those, but like the evil one or something. You know, that was also a thing. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, everybody thought Anna was going to be Sombra. Like,
yeah,
they thought that
I
was
also
Sombra.
heard that too.
So it might happen again, and everybody would be disappointed. I think people are going to be disappointed because it's so overhyped. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
wasn't Jeff Kaplan talking about got a character like almost ready, going to release soon?
Very soon.
In that
very soon.
video they were talking about.
Yeah, very soon.
I'm
you
like,
know, you'd think.
What if it's not Sombra? What if it's just like Phil the Ice Cream Man?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how pissed is everybody going to be that they've heard about Sombra since before the game came out, and then we get Larry, Junkrat's brother, or something.
Junkrat's brother, Larry. He looks. I really.
Walks around. No, he walks around and offers candy to kids. Like, here, take this. It's Larry, Junkrat's brother.
Just creeps up behind me.
His ultimate is just releasing children one by one from the back of his FedEx van. Like, that's.
Anyway,
it does like spray damage.
Stop it, Jared. No,
it was leading towards a point.
It
was leading towards a point, and I've made the crescendo.
But you know, Jared saying that, I can see them putting out a character that has like an ability where it's seek and destroy minions, missiles, whatever, proximity mod. Well, Junkrat kind of has one, but I can see them coming out with a character like that.
I would love to have an ultimate where they release like AI enemies. Like
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know,
what I
like a
was thinking.
swarm.
That's what I always thought about Sombra. Like that would be the thing that she does. He, she, whatever.
Just comes
Is,
in and whomps
you know,
everybody's ass.
her ultimate is to come. You know, when you pop the ultimate, there's like a bunch of holographic Sombras everywhere, and you don't know which one's the right one, and they all have like they have 10 health or something.
That's in Paladins. There's like this character named Ping or something. Fling.
Oh no.
Yeah, see, they have that in Call of Duty now too. I think Call of Duty.
There's like this character
that
that puts a fake her in front of you, and then that fake person can go into you and kill you or something too.
Yeah, but
And-
they
Actually,
had that in. They had this ability in Duke Nukem forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had it in Halo too.
Yeah.
Was it one of the Halo games they had where you could put I think they called it a clone, and it was just like a digital image of you running straight. Now in Call of Duty they have one where like you turn the same color as the character, and like 5 or 6 different characters run off in different directions, and if you're running, they're running. If you're walking, they're walking.
Okay.
So
Arijah, is that hat part of your Halloween costume?
I just wear a hat when I'm streaming so people don't see my bald spot like you can right now.
Now everybody
Didn't know you had a
really
bald
close.
spot.
he's dating himself, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm 75 years old.
That's Larry Junkrat's brother's ultimate. Is he offers kids candy out of Arijah's hat, and if you take it, you fall asleep.
Okay, all right.
GG.
Then he's like, "What's in the pudding pops?" Like,
Why do we have to take it, Cosby?
Pudding pops.
wait, why am I doing like Arnold Schwarzenegger now?
It's
No.
Cosby Schwarzenegger.
Now the pudding pops,
You're definitely
You guys
spiraling
just
out
see
of
the
control.
lights are dimming in my house.
Oh no,
dude.
Uh-oh.
Dramatic effect.
It's not good.
I'm gonna have to
Wow, it's
adjust
not like
the
we're only
camera.
12 minutes into the podcast or anything. Everybody ready for your 12-minute podcast?
12-minute podcast. So,
So,
What?
what are those numbers, Jared, for people playing Overwatch
It's
right now?
between 15 and 20 million on PC at the moment.
okay.
That's all I could find.
That's
They don't-
a lot.
Well, because it's run through freaking Blizzard's stupid Battle.net, so you can't. Like, Steam Spy is great if you want to know who's playing what on Steam,
Mhm.
but they don't have their own thing. At least something I couldn't find in 5 minutes. But they have a lot of a lot of freaking 12-year-olds are playing this game. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we had one last night. It was
How
not
do
very
you know,
fun.
Jared? What does it just say? Like they're 12?
Well, no, I was just making a joke about how many younger gentlemen and gentlewomen are
Yeah,
playing.
there was this Reaper main that cost us a game last night that was probably about 12.
I don't know if that kid cost us the game or not.
No.
I mean, but
He
They
wasn't
box-
good. Wasn't good.
he
Bob
was
cost us the
playing
game.
he was playing suboptimal for sure. Like,
Hmm.
he was just, I won't say he was out of position, but
He didn't know what position
his-
to go in.
his
he didn't know where to
positioning
go.
was not great.
Right.
Like he was playing a Reaper and he was flanking, but he would walk all the way around the map, and we're all in here team fighting like crazy, and he's nowhere to be found. And then when we're all dead, he's like, "Hey, here I am, guys. Where you at? You all died. Why'd you all die?" Like,
What, like me? Like, that's pretty much what I
No,
do.
like that. Jared's impersonation is pretty spot on. Like he didn't okay. I play Reaper a lot on attack. He didn't know where to go. Like half the spots where you shadow step with Reaper to drop down with your ult. He's like, "Oh, you can get up there." I didn't know that. Like, for the love of God, shoot me now.
Oh, you're all dead? If only there was a kill counter in the top right of the screen
Yeah.
to tell me when everybody died. Or a death
if
markers.
only there had been one more person on your team shooting them from behind.
Yeah.
You know,
Could have won
him
that team fight.
reminding me of him in that game is something that pisses me off a lot about Overwatch is people who just save their ultimate until there's no point having it, and then they pop it when there's like one person around. They're like, "Oh, hey, you see that? I got him. Let's go." It's like, 5 people have just come back, you retard. So, like, sorry. I apologize. But it
Nah, it's
it
all
makes
good.
me so mad when they do that, and they think they did good because at the end of the game, they've got silver in eliminations or something stupid
They
like
got
that.
like bronze in objective time. They're like, dude, I carried so hard.
I have argued with someone who had, I think it was like 13 seconds of objective time,
Yeah.
and he thought he did good.
Objective time is objectively the most important medal to get. At least for me.
Yeah. Like
So I guess it's subjective.
But I still like to say that if you got gold in damage, you did the very best 7th. Because there's 6 other people who did better than you because they won. The enemy team.
It's a team game. You need to have team composition. Like, if you're going to attack with a Thorbjorn, like, just quit the game on us. Like,
Yeah.
like we're down 5v6 already. Like, you might.
Yeah, like if you, yeah, Torbjorn doesn't get a lot of love anymore. Everybody used to love Torbjorn.
Well, he's easy to pick off, right? Like, you got a ferry, you just a couple rockets out of the stationary turret, it's gone. He's not the strongest person. His gun's pretty strong, though. If you get up close to him and someone has good aim, regardless of who they play, he can take you out pretty quick.
Yeah. So, what are we going to talk about now?
Well, I wanted to just talk about. Okay, so last I had some unpopular opinions about a certain beloved game title from 12 years ago. I said I didn't enjoy my time with Half-Life 2, and then I said I was going to play Half-Life 2 to reassess my feelings, my opinions on it. I played about 90 more minutes of it.
Okay.
And I didn't like it, dude. It's a great game. I know it's a great game. You can just tell by playing it that it's a good game. I just don't like it. Same
I've
reason.
never played it.
It's just like,
I don't understand how you love Portal, but
Yeah.
don't like Half-Life 2.
they're very
that blows
different games.
Blows my brain out. I just don't get it.
Granted, I mean, it's just like I don't know. I didn't really get to the puzzle portions. You know what made me quit the game? It was the freaking when they started spamming the like ceiling monsters that would grab you. I was just like,
No, there's these. They stick to the ceiling and they have a little tongue, and like there's one area of the game where the floor is really slick and it's dark, and you can't see them, and so you'll go running into this corridor and slide and get hung on one of these things, and it drags you up. So you have to kill it before it drags you all the way up, or it'll start damaging you. And it's really annoying.
Yeah, and I was like, do I really like? I could be playing Overwatch right now. It's kind of like how it was. Like I just kept thinking about other games that I could be playing.
No,
and I was like,
you know, that's not a good game then.
And there were no, I think it's still a good game. Like
you.
Yeah, Source Engine. Love the Source Engine. It was really fun to be chucking cans at things, and I kept just giggling to myself. I was really impressed with the facial animation though on a lot of the characters. It was really funny to keep seeing the same prisoner guy like 7 times. I mean, it's a 12-year-old game. I'm not gonna knock it for that.
Isn't there big hype about Half-Life 3 or something?
Okay, that's
like
probably
past,
like the least
10
video
years?
game thing to say ever. Is there like a...
Yeah, like I don't play these.
Is there some hype around Half-Life 3?
Have you heard about a guy named
I've
Gavin?
never heard.
Who's this Gavin fellow? Oh, I know him. He's taking a bunch of my money.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get to Ravenwood, Jared? Or is it Ravenwood?
No, dude, I didn't get out of Root Canal. So I started over. So it ended up being like about an hour in if you play it slow. Like I was just like goofing around.
Did you go through that one little town? It's like a ghost town, and there's just zombies everywhere.
I was in the sewers the entire time. I stopped at the sewers.
Dude, like
I was having fun
taking saw blades, and you never got the gravity gun.
No, I hear that's the main part of the game.
That's the whole thing. That's the
game.
Well, guess what? Portal.
We might have to try this game.
Portal 2. It takes you 10, 15 minutes to get the portal gun, the full portal gun. and it takes like an hour for me. Well, okay, I'm afraid to say that now because it probably takes a normal person like 50 minutes. Like
No, it does. Is
it a slow build?
It takes about an hour to get to the area where you get the gravity gun, I guess. I haven't played it in so long myself, I can't really remember, but not, giving it, saying that you don't like the game before you've ever touched the gravity gun, that's crazy.
But it's like, I hear it's great, but I don't have any like desire to play through what I think is unenjoyable to get to something that I might like, I guess. But I don't know. That's an unfair thing for me to say.
I'm the same way. I've stopped a lot of games because it just repetition of doing this and doing that.
Launching saw blades at zombies and like it cutting them in half and the saw blade sticks in the wall.
I will be the
and
first.
You just pick the saw blade back up,
game.
launch it again.
One of my favorite games was Red Faction Guerrilla, and I never completed it because the end was too freaking hard. I was at the end. I know I was at the end, and it was too hard. But I loved the whole game all the way through. I just stopped there. So I could see you saying that, but
Yeah, but I mean, I know that I haven't given it its fair chance. Maybe I'll play it if like I'm in like a Discord chat with you guys, so I can talk to you. But like if it just doesn't seem like I have gotten over my fears though. Like there's this thing about corner shooters that just make me really anxious when I play them. Did you have
fears of Half-Life 2?
Well, no. When I first played it, like I was like, this is like there was like a helicopter chasing me, and I was in a turret sequence, and I was like, I can't like. Up until that point, I was new to video games 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So
sometimes when I play corridor, like what I like to call on rails shooters, they give me a little bit of an anxious feeling.
But
it's supposed to be good. Like it felt good when I was doing well though.
When I was
I had my pistol and like I got the submachine gun for the first time in Half-Life 2 the other day, and that was really cool. And I was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. And then I ran out of ammo and I was back to the pistol again. But
yeah. When I was when I first played Zelda 64 when I was 8 years old, I come to this monster inside the Deku tree. It jumped out, and I just didn't want to play the game for like a week.
Yeah,
scared you.
Yeah, Zelda 64, like terrible graphics and everything, and it still scared me. So
Doom, the original Doom, like the shareware version of Doom, scared the crap out of me.
Well, that's why I can't play the new Doom. I know I'd be scared if I played
92 that game game out.
What was it? The original Wolfenstein was the one that freaked me out as a kid.
Oh yeah. With the Nazis.
Yeah, the Nazi zombies, or they were just regular Nazis, weren't they? I can't remember. God, it's so long.
they were Nazis, and then at the end of the game you fight Mecha Hitler.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I remember that game. That game creeped me out, but as I think I was maybe 16, 17. It was for Xbox 360. I think the game was called Dark or something like that. Like this creepy little girl would follow you around and
Perfect Dark?
I think that might have been it. I can't remember. It was
on
a
the
shooter.
N64?
No, it was on Xbox 360.
So Perfect Dark 0.
Maybe. I can't remember the title of the name. But this little creepy girl, from The Grudge, would follow behind you every now and then. All the lights would go off, and that game used to freak me out so bad.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's video games. I was just playing. Okay, I wasn't playing. I was watching my brother-in-law play the Outlast 2 demo on his Xbox. Dude, I never felt so alive and yet so ready to die at the same time. It's just games have gotten too far, man. I can't mess with that. I don't know. I don't like feeling anxious when I play video games.
Have you tried VR at all?
Dude, no, I'd throw up if I played that.
Really?
VR. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I can't even play some third-person shooters because something about combination of if you can't turn off the motion blur, if there's still some motion blur that you can't turn off or anything like that, I just can't deal with that crap.
Oh shit.
I just
I couldn't deal with Dead Space.
Dude.
Dead Space. Oh, the creepiest game of all time, probably.
I put that game down. I stopped playing.
As a grown man, it scares you. Jesus. Save me.
Yeah.
Lots of jump scares in that, huh?
And Silent
Yes.
Silent Hill, yeah.
Hill. Never.
Did
Yeah,
you
I don't
guys
play
ever
horror
play?
games.
Did you guys ever play Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
Oh, that's
No, I
that
haven't.
that game's dumb. That's a dumb game.
Yeah.
Well,
it is.
it still generates the scares that it intends.
You
though.
get the jump scare, and then you're like,
So did they
Yeah,
cancel the
I
movie
got-
when they
I got-
found out that nobody cares anymore?
Don't be scared by a
They were supposed to
animatronic
make that?
rabbit.
They bought
don't-
the movie rights. I think Lionsgate bought the movie rights. Maybe.
Oh, geez.
Lionsgate. That would have been a great movie. Straight to DVD.
Yeah, Lionsgate. You know it's good. Lionsgate's slogan is like, Lionsgate, please don't turn this off. Or
Yeah. Oh.
yeah.
They hit a
Lionsgate,
home
high
with
turnover
the,
rate.
They hit a home run with that Mockingjay or whatever it was. Hunger Games. There you
Hunger
go.
Games. Yeah,
Hunger
like
Games.
everybody
Didn't
was-
Lionsgate do that?
Well, that was a
Yeah.
book. Someone wrote that for them, and then they were just like,
Mhm.
"Hey, let's take this lady's book and make money like Harry Potter."
That was good.
Yeah, there is this new Lionsgate licensed movie called Operation Avalanche that I'm excited about. It's very small. It only has a budget of like less than $1 million. It's about these guys. It's shot like a mockumentary,
What up, H?
like a documentary,
Yeah.
and it's about them faking the moon landing
Oh,
with
yeah?
Stanley Kubrick, and it looks really cool. But anyways,
Do they
Lionsgate-
also believe the Earth is flat?
No, come on, it's hollow.
You know, there's flat earthers all around the globe.
Oh, that's the funniest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
Shut up! I was happy with myself.
Hey, Andre.
I mean, there's a camera on the ISS, people. You can look it up. It's live streaming 24 hours a day.
On the ISIS? What? Oh,
ISIS.
International Space Station. Do you know
Oh, yeah.
abbreviations?
I
They
know-
have some stuff come out
Can I
like
make a joke
Alien or
without
something?
you freaking tearing me down like that, dude? Can I have my moments, please?
Fight
No,
me.
We love you.
Fight me. Come on.
You
Let's
have-
go.
Yes, 2B.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
If I lay here,
Okay, so
if I just lay here.
I have a question for you guys. I know Erie, you watch competitive Overwatch. Jared or Giblets, you guys keep up to date?
I have
on
zero
any of it?
interest in competitive Overwatch.
Look, the only thing I've been able to catch on Twitch, I follow ESL
Mhm.
on Twitch, and the only thing I ever catch on them is a rerun. And
That's all they
then-
have is a run.
Yeah, and when I go and try to find something on YouTube, I don't care. I don't want to watch just one. If I'm going to watch like esports, I don't want to watch just one guy's perspective and hear all the chatter. I want the announcers, the
Yeah, they
multi
have-
cameras, all of that. And I haven't found anywhere that has it.
I don't know, it's just like
yeah,
Overwatch is not. Go ahead.
No, oh, sorry. There's a channel that I watch a lot, and they have what they call weekly and monthly melees. It's called Gosu Gamers, but you work a day shift, so they're usually on at start at 2 o'clock or something like that. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so. It's like right in the time frame you're working. But they might have a YouTube channel, but they have a tournament going on in South Korea, I think, right now. And I've only been able to watch one game, and it was one of the big European teams, Rogue. They won, I think it was the first big Overwatch LAN tournament they had.
Mhm.
And I watched them just get annihilated by
Yeah.
a Korean team. Like, the play style of the Koreans were just...
so different.
Like, it was so different. Like, it was so weird. Like, they had a Mei pushed way out in front of everybody with a Tracer just kind of hanging back at the sites, not really...
UMAD would be happy to
poking.
hear about that.
Yeah, it was just... The play style was really weird, but that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Like, what do you think of different people's play styles? Like, I've played with a couple of guys that were Korean, and, like, it's
When
weird.
it comes
Like,
to
they
pro play, all bets are off. They can do whatever they want, and it'll work because they're good. I've been thinking about this a little bit. It's like team comp doesn't even matter at pro level sometimes. I mean,
It
does to
does.
an extent.
it does.
Well, no,
It does.
it does. But then you see like people like Seagull like play Bastion.
And Ruin
On attack.
That was
yeah.
an amazing play, though. You
like,
can't. That was just a smart play.
It's
on
like
his
if
part.
you're good enough at a character, you can get outside of the meta or the composition of the team. You know what it's
Yes.
made up of.
Yeah.
If you're good enough.
And it's implied that if you're playing pro, you're good. So doesn't that, by logic, mean that you can do whatever
the
you
one
want?
thing that a lot of people that watch pro forget is that usually they only have one tactician, one strat caller. Sometimes that might not even be one of the 6 guys you see playing. That might be their coach that tells them what to do.
Wait, do pro players have a coach?
They have a shot caller, and they
I
have a
want
coach.
that job. I want.
Yeah,
that
they have. Yeah, pros have coaches. I think just now in Counter-Strike,
maybe we
they took it out.
maybe we should get on the payload. Maybe.
No, I would imagine it's a whole lot more
You're
fast
like,
paced
shut up,
than that.
noob.
It
Well,
is.
I
If
was
you ever
listening-
look it up-
I was-
actually usually the healer that
I'm
does
playing
the
Widowmaker. Screw
call.
you,
I was
Dad.
listening to friggin' the World Cup people, and they were doing a practice game they were doing the World Cup, or I don't know what they were doing, but they were a World Cup team, and they were sitting there talking like friggin' auctioneers, going fast paced, going Genji slow, you know, and they're all just moving as one unit and going, and it's like,
Yeah, they all attack one team. And I noticed, too, that every time I've heard a listening of pros, they don't call out specific areas. They call out the player.
yeah, they
who
say
they
Genji's low.
damaged.
Yeah.
Like, it's never, or, you know, they might say top or bottom or in this room or that room, but it's not like in other games with their call-outs. They're just telling
Speed
you
boost
who's
in
hurt
3.
and what way they're going.
Speed boost in 3, you know, like stuff like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever get there because we have different problems when we're not at that highest level. We have different problems than them, so we have to call out different things. In my opinion.
Well, yeah, see, they're all working together for the same goal. When the 4 of us just 4Q and we get Larry and Randy, they don't have the same goal as us. Sometimes they're just like, I do whatever I want. I don't care.
I just want to pause real quick, say hi to chat. Welcome, chat. We're having record high numbers of literally tens of people are watching this podcast. If you guys want us to talk about something, plop it in the chat. We might see it. We might like it. Don't be scared. Or maybe be scared.
I would actually like to ask Chad a question. You know, I think it was the Season 2 competitive update when they come out with all these new fancy spectating features.
Yeah.
You know, I think it might be a good idea for the 4 of us to get together and see if we can't figure out how to cast games.
Host a tournament or something?
Do something. What does the chat think about that? Would you like to see the Overmuch Podcast cast a...
We just see someone type in chat, pass.
No. Big fat no.
I'd rather die.
You guys are terrible.
I mean,
That's
to be
not a
fair,
bad
like,
idea. You know, the
like-
game's in its early stages, so...
And I mean, we're talking about Overwatch as if, like, you know, as if we're like experts here, at least sometimes. And you know, these people don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead straight tell you, those guys that cast CS:GO, they ain't global elite. I can promise you that.
Well,
Or they would be playing on a pro team.
A couple of them actually used to be old pros. I know the one guy. He's a bigger guy with a beard. I think his name's Anders.
Anders L.
Yeah, Anders. Anders Blue. Yeah, him and
he knows a lot about Counter-Strike. But there's
him and Similar. They are global, but they've been doing Counter-Strike casting
forever.
since 1.6 or some such crazy mess.
He actually casted the last Overwatch tournament, and he actually did pretty good. They had Counter-Strike casters and I think it was Call of Duty casters. The Call of Duty casters kind of sucked.
Yeah,
but
I mean, look, Anders and Similar, when they get together, when they cast matches, they're the cream of the crop when it comes to casting.
Yeah, they're very professional.
Competitive anything. They're very good. I mean, they're
I
probably
just
the
like
best
to
in the
point out-
business.
I'd just like to point out that you can tell there's a marked difference between CS:GO players and Call of Duty characters or players. CS:GO players look like giblets, and Call of Duty players look like me. If you know what I'm talking about. All of them, all COD players are weirdly early teens, even though they're all like 25 years old. And like CS:GO players have like a successful family life and like a steady job, and like the COD players are like
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just like COD players are like in between majors at their local community college.
I'm
actually describing my life.
I think a few of them are, to be honest with you.
I honestly didn't realize I had a successful family life, but hey,
Dude, I don't know you. Just freaking accept it.
I know the lights in my room, in this room, keep flickering, and it's really got me concerned a lot.
Hashtag now going live to Hurricane Matthew coverage. It's Giblets.
I could hook you up. Let me go get my phone, and I'll jump in the Skype call, and you.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we do that. The last 5 minutes of the podcast, I'll go grab my phone and walk outside.
HC900.
Totally.
It'll
That would
just
be great.
Wind noise.
HC900. Yes, that is the exact experience.
Really cool.
Oh yeah, HC900. That is the exact experience, isn't it? Is it you're playing?
Your mom. Yeah, it's
12 years old, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs and dropping cuss words and.
Has it become like cliche to make fun of COD players at this point, or is it still like more?
No, you can make fun of them.
Ever since COD went down the tubes, look, I'm gonna tell you straight off, and this may make some people mad, but it's the truth, man. Anything post Black Ops 2, if you think that's a good game, you need to reanalyze what you define as good video game experience.
Well, I heard Advanced Warfare was actually...
It's not just that, 2P. I was still giving COD the benefit of the doubt until I got Black Ops 3. Because I was all about the storyline from Black Ops 2. I like how
that story.
You know, when Black Ops 3 come out and I started playing the campaign, and I'm like, this is terrible. And it was.
Because they don't care about the campaign anymore. Now it's just about multiplayer. Like the new Call of Duty that's coming out, it has the first Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 is with it. I'm going to buy it just for that, because that is the first multiplayer game that I played every night from like 10 o'clock to like 6 in the morning, just pounding it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't have that feeling. Like I have that feeling for Overwatch. Like I want to get on and play Overwatch. I don't want to get on and play Call of Duty. I had that feeling for Counter-Strike, but then I don't know, Counter-Strike just kind of fell away, and now I played a game today when nobody was on. I got on a little later than everyone, and they changed all the sounds. Everything sounds so funny.
Oh yeah, dude, the sounds are crazy good though. They're, like all the sounds, they changed everything, and like, well, I mean, they just, it sounds good. And part of what they did with that is now at a distance. See, before when somebody shot a gun, it kind of sounded generic. You know, if it's, you know, somebody off the map somewhere else shooting a gun, it had a generic noise. Now you can distinctly tell what gun is being fired, no matter what it is, from across the map. If you can hear.
You know that people are either shooting AK-47s or.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shut up because I know nothing about CS:GO.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no.
You think you know nothing about CS:GO?
What are those kids playing now? What is that? Counter-Strike Gobble Offensive? What is that?
Gobble Offensive.
What is that? A Thanksgiving game?
And is there any flat earthers that play Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or do they call it Flat Earth Offensive?
Flat Earthers.
Flat Earth Offensive.
Don't start with the flat earthers. They'll come and ban us.
Counter-Strike planar offensive.
All right, so I just want to say one thing about COD campaigns. I never really got have they ever been good, Giblets?
They used to be alright. They had a story.
Absolutely, dude. Look, Call of Duty.
Wait, now, aren't they just pretty much white guy shoots less white people?
Look, no, hold on, stop. Take it all the way back. Take it all the way back to the beginning, like 2003. Okay.
All right.
Call of Duty, all right, came out. I don't know if it ever went to console, but it was on PC.
Yes.
Call of Duty, and it started the World War II sort of genre of, I mean, and that's what it was. It was a game about World War II, and you went and you fought the Nazis and all that. So, and then there was Call of Duty 2, and it was along the same lines. It had a little bit more expanded campaign, and Xbox 360 came out around about that time. And when Xbox 360 came out, you had Call of Duty 3, the big red one, and you had Call of Duty 3 something else. I can't remember what it was, and they were bad because Treyarch came in, and the idea was Infinity Ward makes a game this year, Treyarch makes a game this year, and they stagger it so they could have a game every year. That was Activision's master plan.
Right.
So Infinity Ward is working on Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Treyarch comes in and puts out Call of Duty 3, which is on the same engine as 2 and 1. So
COD 3 was on the Wii.
COD 3 was not that good.
No.
When Modern Warfare came out, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, when that game came out, it changed everything.
Oh yeah.
And the main thing was, it wasn't just about the multiplayer. The campaign was super cinematic, super just immersive. It was a really good story. I got drawn into it. I loved it. And the multiplayer was amazing as well.
Oh, your buddy worked on it,
the COD 4 remaster? Is that why people are excited for that, for the campaign? Because it'll look really cool now?
Yeah, I think they're more excited about the multiplayer because, like, there's nothing like sitting in grandma's house with an M4 just blasting people.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Call of Duty and World at War was a good game. It was hard as crap, but it was good. That was Treyarch's, you know, they started getting it together. And then Treyarch's first really good COD was Black Ops. They hit a friggin' home run. Yeah. The story was great. The multiplayer was amazing.
Black Ops. I never owned it, but
was top notch. That was a top notch game.
I used to play COD Black Ops Zombies with my friend. That was my first person shooter experience. Was COD Zombies.
Where the trouble started coming in was when Sledgehammer and Raven Studios or whatever it was started getting involved. That was when it went bad. Because
what ones were they in? They were in Ghost, right?
Now Sledgehammer actually had a hand in Modern Warfare 3, and you could tell that something was starting to go wrong.
I'm trying to think.
And then Black Ops 2 kind of hid the badness of that, but then Ghosts, and then Advanced Warfare, and now Black Ops 3, and it's just been a downward spiral ever since Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 2 was good. I thought it was good.
I think that's why people are so mad at Infinite Warfare, because that's Infinity Ward, right? Is doing Infinite Warfare.
Yes.
And it looks so bad, and like Infinity Ward, you're the guys that are supposed to make the good ones, right?
Well, that's the thing though. See, the original design team that worked on COD 4 Modern Warfare, all of those guys are gone. Infinity Ward is not the same development company it was when they produced that diamond in the rough.
Well, so they had to remaster it.
That's the thing, though. See, I really honestly believe that the demographic that loved Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 has fed up with COD, and the only reason Activision wanted to remaster Call of Duty 4 was to get those people to come back in.
Oh, they're gonna get me because I want to play COD 4 so bad.
I do too, but I'm not gonna pay $100.
That's how much it is. Damn, I might not be getting it then.
I will pay you what's fair, just for the remastered copy of Call of Duty 4. But I'm not gonna pay $100 for a game I don't want.
Game you don't want just to get the code.
Yeah.
You can GTFO with that stuff. I get
never
out.
Meanwhile, while you guys were all doing this stuff, I was playing, PS3. I was playing MAG, which was.
Played Neopets,
which was this crazy three factions. Three factions.
A game you could have 250 people in it, right?
Not to call you out, Araja, but this is like the third time you've mentioned MAG. You have like a bromance with MAG.
Dude, you guys talk about Call of Duty and CS:GO all the time. My shooter was MAG.
Yeah, I love how I talk about them like I know. I've never owned a COD game, and I played CS:GO for like 10 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, see, COD was the game that...
I put 1,000 hours in MAG, so, it was part of my life.
That's a
Yeah.
lot. 1,000
I
hours.
have never put that many hours in a game except
That's a couple.
maybe
that's several
Neopets.
weeks.
Yeah, it was several weeks. It was every night.
Neopets.
Dude, when I was like 8 years old, Neopets was like the shiz, man. You don't even know.
I played Neopets, but that was a long time ago.
That was like 2012, dude. You can't judge me for what I do now.
Well, I was playing it when it first came out, like in 2000.
Here, I gotta look this up. You guys talk
2002.
about Mag.
Okay.
Do your love letter to Mag while I
I
look this
know
up.
nothing
Okay,
about
fine.
Mag.
Okay, well, basically, it's like an objective-based game where you try to plant a bomb so that you can get on. You bomb on people's spawn areas. You blow up all their spawn areas. They can't spawn. They have to spawn. They have to fly in, and you then you put your stuff up. It's objective-based. It's A, B, C. You know, you capture A, capture B, capture C as a big, huge unit. It's lots of fun, and you know, it reminds me a little bit, faintly, of Overwatch in that you have to work together as a unit. You have like 12 people you're talking to on mic, and then you know there's all these other units, of course, and you got to win the war. And every once in a while, you become officer in charge, and you get to do all this crazy stuff. And I got to do that like twice. You know, that was fun, where you just jam communications and stuff, and, you know, make the administrative decisions. But, yeah, it was fun. It was like, you know, you shot things. I was on a 13-inch TV.
Oh, I remember
This
those
was
days.
The PS3, right?
I was playing PS3 on a 13-inch TV, and I was just kind of trying to shoot anything.
Struggling to play video. I remember that.
Yeah.
I got excited when I got a flat screen tube TV.
And then I got a huge TV, and I started playing Fallout New Vegas, and that was fun, you know.
Right,
But
HC 900. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say Order Strikes and BF2. Yeah, pretty lame. But Battlefield Bad Company 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, one of mine too. That game was so fun.
Do you still have it on PC?
See, I haven't played PC that long. I've only been playing PC for about a year and a half, 2
Dude,
years.
you can get it on Steam. You can get Bad Company 2 on Steam.
On
We're
my...
all console converts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I started at. My mom got me an Xbox for my birthday with Call of Duty 4, and I was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
I bought an Xbox 360 just to play Call of Duty 4 because I knew I wouldn't be able to build a computer to be able to play it. So
See, that's
That's
why
what got
I
me started.
never played computer games. I had a bunch of friends in the neighborhood that I used to hang around with, and they were playing, I think it was Counter-Strike 1.6 or something like that. And they had computers, and they would tell me all this crap about what they did. I'm like, I've got an Xbox. I turn it on. I don't care. But video games have changed so much since a PC was out back, what is that, 10 years ago now or something like that, to now. Like,
I don't know, yeah.
games are so incredible. Like, virtual reality games are just going to get better and better and better until everybody's playing them. Soon, everybody's going to be playing.
except people with motion sickness.
I just don't. That's why
I feel like there's
going
going to be a few people that are going to do that. And just
I don't
like,
think. I don't know.
have a
Virtual
puke
reality.
bag.
I disagree, Tubi. I don't think it's gonna. I think that it's
You don't think
reaching.
so?
No, I don't think it's gonna.
Look
I
how
don't,
available it's becoming.
but also see, like, it's just there's only so much you can do with VR.
Right now, though, not in 5 years, not in a year from now. Like,
Yeah. Well, but just look at this. I mean, for the entire time that PC gaming has existed, the entire time console gaming existed, we've been using the same principles for input and control.
yeah, they're
I
still
just-
using those for VR too, though.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just like, will you be playing strategy games on VR? Will you be playing? I would love to play Portal 2 in VR. I'd throw up.
Yes.
Can you
Those are-
imagine playing a
I would
battle
like to play.
game in like VR? You might get PTSD.
Yeah, like Battlefield 1.
Get Pete. Oh god.
The technology's not there yet for it to be quite that immersive.
Yeah.
But don't you worry, it's coming.
One day.
And you know, cause I mean, just look at where we were and where we are now.
Yeah,
So,
we didn't used to have
and
voice chat.
Let's just take the year I was born, 1984. That was the year I was born. Okay. There was no internet. Period. There was no such thing as the internet. Okay.
Yeah.
Not
that was a year later.
And video games were the Atari and the Nintendo Entertainment System and the mall arcade. And, it took a machine the size of your couch to play Pac-Man. Now, I have every NES game ever made on a 64 gigabyte flash drive.
Yeah.
Right here,
and
I got a NES simulator or emulator on my phone to play at work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so in what is that? 32 years, we've gone from there not even being an internet and video games being 8-bit to, everybody in the world can play with anybody else that has an internet connection in the entire world, and the lag is such that there's milliseconds of delay between the client talking and the server talking. It's a thing like Quake 2. I used to play a lot of that, and we played it on dial-up connection, and it was amazing. Like, we were playing it, and we knew we had 56K K-baud modems, but it didn't matter. We didn't care. It was still fun as crap. And you average like 250 ping. If your ping was below 100, you were a god. Literally, you were a god. And then DSL starts coming out, and people got pings of like 25, and you're like, I can't even do this anymore. Like, I can't compete with that. And now you've got Steam. Dude, we used to have to play on GameSpy. Do you know how annoying GameSpy was?
Yeah.
Like,
they went out of business. It was so bad.
Dude, GameSpy was terrible. And now we have Steam. You can just instantly connect to games. It's like not even a thing. I mean, and BattleNet's good too, Yeah. And Xbox Live. See, it's in 30 years it's changed that much. In 30 more years, dude, the whole like video game landscape is going to change. There's going to be
but again,
new,
even though,
more, intuitive inputs. It's all going to change again.
Even though it's so much, and it's crazy. You're right. It's crazy how much it's changed. But it's still us sitting here putting inputs into devices, looking at a screen. And I just
But eventually it won't be that. Eventually it'll be us lying on our bed or something, putting some sort of helmet on or stepping into some sort of thing where we go into the game. Like, I watched an anime, I forget the name of it, but that's what it was. He put this like helmet on and he was in the game. It was he moved his right hand and it moved.
But
there was an episode
this isn't a question of is it possible. I know it's possible. The question is it going to be popular enough for it to
If they do the right games, it will be. Like, if they had, okay, you're telling me if we were at that stage now and you could play Overwatch and you could jump in and you were Lucio, you were Diva, you were Roadhog, whoever, and you were actually that character. You can't tell me that wouldn't be so amazing.
No, yeah, I would, but what about the competitive scene? Would you be able to play as competitively in VR? Would games be the same
maybe
like
not.
that?
See, I think a scene like that would change with it. Like, if that became the mainstream thing...
Well, Reinhardt wouldn't be able to see anything through his shield, so I don't know.
I don't know. As the youngest person here, I'm sort of being like the old skeptical. I just don't... And I'm sure I'll be proven wrong. But I just don't see VR becoming mainstream in the way that, gaming is today.
I think
that sounds awesome. HC900. HC900 is talking about Heat.net.
Heat.net. Yeah,
I remember Heat. I remember that. That was another. It was similar to GameSpy. It was just all it was it was an API where you could connect to other players, and it integrated with games and that kind of thing.
That's cool.
What was I going to say? Oh, augmented reality.
Mm-hmm.
VR is great, but I think probably what we're going to end up being is a lot of augmented reality games.
Yes.
Where you see your room
I
and
think
you're
that's
like,
more
it's
likely.
dirty, and I still have to play this game.
Doesn't
Yeah, well,
Microsoft have something like that? Like they're working on some sort of like
yeah, they got some kind of
cube thing
now.
that they're building or something.
Well, because like the DS, the 3DS already has augmented reality, and it's really cool.
I mean,
Just having to
if
do
you
that.
just like something
Your
just as
smartphone,
simple,
yeah.
and I say simple, but it's really not as simple as I'm making it seem. Something as elementary as Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
and you see how big of a thing that was. Imagine
Oh,
if there was an augmented reality Battlefield game, and you could go out in your backyard, okay, and you've got a backyard, and I'm being generous, that's a half an acre. Some people live in apartments or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a big backyard.
We
So
could all
I
find a
could go
place.
I could go outside and I could walk around with my VR headset on and map out an area, and the game knows, okay, make sure he doesn't run into the fence. And I could go out there and be diving around shooting commies,
Now, if
that would be
VR
amazing. I would love
if
to do that.
VR takes off the way that like PC gaming did and other things like that, I think it would bring arcades back. I honestly do, because they would
Oh
have
yeah,
their own rooms
definitely
have
would bring
gaming
arcade gaming back.
with their own VR stuff set up, just for you to play. And they'd pay employees to make sure you don't run into the walls, and it would be the glorified return to the arcade. I could totally see someone making money
There
off
was
of
an
that.
episode of Outer Limits. Do you guys remember the show Outer Limits?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watched all
The
the time.
90s. So there was an episode of Outer Limits where these they had these pods, like these rigs that they would get in,
Mhm.
and when you got inside of the rig, it was like a mecha suit, and you were actually controlling a mecha suit in the real world. So I could easily see, like, take for example, like the Mech Warrior universe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could easily see that being in an arcade. Like, you go to this arcade and it's BattleTech arcade, and there's 8 of these pods, and 4 people on this team get in 4 pods, and the other 4 people get in their pods, and you just battle it out in giant war suits in VR inside of these pods, and they rock and move and all of that.
And the crazy
I
thing
would
is,
pay money to go play that. I would.
and that already exists.
Yeah, they have
In
something
Japan.
like that in Japan.
Japan, everything that
I
I've
would
talked
play
about,
all day.
like the rooms where you have people attending to you to make sure you don't fall over and stuff, that already exists in Japan. They already do that. It's really fun.
They're 20 years ahead of us, and they always will be.
They're 20 years behind and 20 years ahead at the same time. They still have a huge arcade scene in Japan that will probably never die, and they still
Heroes
have all
never
this,
die.
Yeah.
And
Shut- yeah.
and
Yeah. So, for people who are watching the YouTube video and not in stream right now, are probably wondering why I do random weird ticks and say random stuff. I'm just responding to people in chat. It's perfectly fine. Maybe get your life together and actually show up when we're streaming instead of just.
Jared, come
That was a
on,
way to
goodness.
alien.
come on, man. Just they're watching us on YouTube. They're being nice about it, and you're just sitting here
All
demeaning them.
love.
Way
Yeah.
out of your dick, Jared.
I love how everybody knew it was. I'm not sure if you knew it was a joke, right? He's like, "Come on, man.
I knew
We're
it was
here
a
to have
joke.
fun."
I knew it was a joke. Doesn't
Alright,
mean
Man's
so-
over here getting salty.
all these
Yesterday's
flavors.
girl.
You had to pick salty.
Why you gotta be so salty?
Anyway, I think it's about the end of the podcast. Thanks for
About
joining
that
us.
time of year.
I think
Alrighty, ladies.
I think it's over. I might be streaming some Overwatch here in a little bit, so you can stay tuned for that if you want to watch.
Yeah. Orija's dual modem internet. It's freaking great.
Dual
If
modem.
you've noticed how much nicer the stream looks this week, you can thank Orija putting in the time, putting in the money, make it look
It's
nice.
sunny in there, giblets.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be random like that.